What's really going on? Bitcoin cryptocurrency today. Going to be taking a look at LTC against USDT. Going to be looking at what Litecoin is going to be interacting with in the very near future here. Some of the pivotal areas of support and resistance, I believe, are going to be giving us a hard time moving forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish on price action? Are you accumulating at these levels? Have you been buying these dips? Do you believe we finally found support? Is this the bottom? Are we likely to rally through all this overhead resistance and get into, the $300, almost $400 plus that we came from, not too long ago? Or is there more downside? Is this just like, a pullback in the downtrend to continue downward? Is this a fake out? We have more downside ahead of us? Are we going to plow through $100, $50, $25, 0? Let me know your thoughts on the direction of Litecoin moving forward. Now, jumping right into it to kind of recap price action that has rallied from this ever so critical $116 per Litecoin level that we've seen interaction with both as support and resistance on the 19th of December. We have rejections off of it, sending price action toward lows below $100 near 96. And then finally, kind of between the 25th of December of 2020, we have price action rallying up above $116 and then returning to it to find support along that level after interacting with significant resistance found, I do believe, at $177. So Litecoin expressing multiple examples of kind of breaking resistance and then coming back to it as support. This $177 level that gave us a hard time and sent us back to reconfirming $116. We ended up breaking and then reconfirming it as support kind of between the 9th February of 2021 all the way to the kind of like 24th to the 5th of March as well. We confirmed it as kind of support. Litecoin was looking very bullish not too long ago. We were making these higher highs. We were finding support, and price action was looking like it was going to stay in an uptrend. But the abrupt change in momentum, I believe, on the dreaded kind of 19th of May there, sending price action plummeting through all this beautiful potential support that we could have had, that we did have kind of like not too long ago. Now, price action interacting with a very key range that we've seen to be trapped in. This is a very bullish bounce coming off of $116, although a daily candle did close below that that key level there, suggesting perhaps there might be further confirmation of it as potential support. But this does look like a very kind of bullish bounce moving forward with a lot of momentum. However, I believe this might be followed with an aggressive retracement. But a new perspective comes into play when we consider now EngineeringRobo's buy and sell suggestions in addition to the 200 daily moving average in correlation with the Fibba Lamborghini, Fibugatti, Fibba Zucchini, Illuminati levels of bikinis. We can see brand new kind of perspective come into play here. We have the 0.236 fettuccine level correlating with my $116 support line, suggesting very significant support along that range. Like I mentioned kind of previously, that daily candle on the 20th of July does suggest perhaps we could have a retracement aggressive enough to pull us back toward that level as potential support, which would be very significantly bullish in the long term and could further suggest a bottom at this range. Significant resistance, though, at the 0.382 line, $172, just below $177, my resistance level there, suggesting some very high sell pressure up at that range, further suggesting the significance of the support and resistance that can be found at that level once we get back up to it. What could give us the momentum and bullishness to reach that range is this current buy for printing on this daily candle that has kind of more or less recently opened. If this, buy 4 were to close with this daily candle, when it does close and confirm it, that would be very bullish in the short term and would further support a bottom near this range. So price action looking very short-term bullish in my opinion. It's wanted to be bullish this whole time during this whole kind of like multiple month of consolidation downward. Price action wanted to bounce. It's been bouncing ever since and wants to continue upward. And so this could, these are some of the first signs of a bottoming kind of thing. I perhaps want further confirmation of support around these levels, but price action looking more short-term bullish than it kind of has been in the past kind of few months. Significant resistance overhead. Price action is still below the 200 daily moving average. Wherever that might be, the underside of it is going to give us a hard time moving forward. We have the key fettuccine lines going to give us a hard time as well. But we have that buy for looking to print with today's daily candle, suggesting some short-term upside ahead. The buy pressure is present, and the bulls might have taken over. It's going to take some significant, momentum to break all this resistance and then come back to it as support. But Litecoin does look like it will interact with this, with the euphoric $300, $400 that it came from in the not so distant past. Now, what's going on for Litecoin against USDT? but if we consider Litecoin against Bitcoin, we can see this new perspective come into play. We have the sell force still present against the price of Bitcoin here. Litecoin still experiencing some bearish price action against Bitcoin's current increased volatility. We have the sell 4 on the 19th of May, that dreaded change in momentum. Price action plummeting through very significant fettuccine lines of potential support to interact with very significant resistance along the underside of the 0.618 Fibonacci Lamborghini line at kind of 50.95 Satoshi, just below my kind of like zone here. That stretches all the way to the 0.5 fettuccine line at 56.69 Satoshi. So very significant range that we will have to kind of plow through once we get back to that level. The resistance found on the underside of that zone sent us plummeting through toward that 200 daily moving average where we failed to find support. Now we find ourselves below, interacting with these kind of lower ranges we came from. Price action currently kind of breaking and then perhaps interacting with this is 37.27 Satoshi level as resistance. We consolidated above it after bouncing from it since the 22nd of June of this year. We rallied upward to interact with this upper range of resistance near 41.31 Satoshi, but we appear to have fallen back below potential support at that range, and a rejection off of it could send us down into these kind of like lows toward the bottom of the fettuccine zone, near kind of like 35.85 Satoshi with lows of 32.95 Satoshi. So there is definitely still room for support down here at this range within the fettuccine zone that we could bottom out from. Against USDT, we were looking kind of more short-term bullish, although we will have to see perhaps further confirmations against the price of Bitcoin to kind of further support the kind of strength of the short-term upside that we could experience. Significant sell pressure currently against the price of Bitcoin, wherever the underside of that 200 daily moving averages is going to be a significant sell pressure, and is going to give us a hard time to get above. I do believe we will have to break a lot of these levels and then come back to them as support to kind of further confirm the sort of uptrend. Although, like I've been mentioning, price action does look far more bullish in the short term than it has been for the past few months here, even with today's candle wicking down below, but getting bought up very quickly. So there's definitely buy pressure present. Lots going on with Litecoin against Bitcoin. Increased volatility at the moment could suggest some very volatile price action both up and down as we kind of confirm this potential bottom. But a new perspective comes into play. I believe when we consider Bitcoin against USDT, we can see what do we have here. Very aggressive, very volatile price action. We have a very significant bounce off of the kind of final low here, what appears to be that bounce off of the top of the 20K range, finding support well above that 0.382 Fibonacci Lamborghini line, finding us above 32K very quickly. That buy 4 just a couple days ago, giving us some very bullish short-term support. We now seem to be interacting with well above that 0.5 line, heading toward the 0.618 fettuccine line, which I do believe is going to be significant resistance moving forward. But with the kind of very aggressiveness of the candles that we kind of just had, we could have some very strong interaction with it. Price action does want to be bullish. Bitcoin has wanted to be, still in an uptrend for this kind of whole phase of consolidation downward. This is very necessary accumulation, a healthy pullback in the uptrend, I do believe, moving forward. Price action, like I said, wanting to be bullish, although this very aggressive and volatile move upward is likely to be followed with some very volatile and aggressive moves downward. I do believe some retracements are going to be in play here. There is still sell pressure present. We do have price action below the 200 daily moving average, but the short-term bullishness is ever so abundant, more than ever before in the kind of past few months here, with that buy 4 present, giving us some very strong short-term bullishness as we can see unfolding here. So Bitcoin in a very volatile, critical, pivotal state, coming from some very euphoric all-time highs. Price action appears to be bottoming out near a very kind of key level that we had some interaction with kind of between the 2nd of January all the way to the sort of like 7th of February of 2021. We have interaction with this 32K line and price action reaching toward the 0.382 at 27K. With significant resistance at the 0.618 fettuccine level, $41,500. It's definitely going to be a significant point of resistance moving forward, in addition to wherever the underside of that 200 daily moving average is. We are still a little ways away from all-time highs, and some more resistance awaits us. I'm sure we're going to experience some very significant sell pressure, and a lot of traders taking profit along the way, so perhaps around 48,000, my resistance level there. The 0.786 fettuccine line at 41,700. We have another kind of take profit level near 57,500, and then perhaps the all-time high, the current kind of local all-time highs near kind of 64,000. So lots going on with Bitcoin at the moment. Definitely increased volatility in the market, price action wanting to be bullish this entire time. All of these dips were bought up very quickly. So buy pressure has been very much so present at this level for Bitcoin, even though some very high technical sell pressure was kind of keeping us down, and the bears were getting the upper hand in the short term, although price action looking very bullish, more bullish than ever in my opinion. Now, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Let me know your thoughts on the direction of price action down in the comment section below. Where do you think we're likely to head to? Is this just a fake out upward? Do we have more downside ahead? Is the sell pressure still, too abundant? Do we have more lows ahead of us before we can see all-time highs, or are we headed straight to zero? Are you bullish on price action? Have you been buying all these dips? Have you been collecting during these lows? Do you think, this is the bottom of the market? Do we have all-time highs and then some ahead? Is 6 figures around the corner? No. Let me know your thoughts on the direction of price action moving forward. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Try EngineeringRobo free with the link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for hearing mine, and tune in for the next one.